Hi again. I'm William Stewart, co-founder of Teleos. Welcome back to our verse-by-verse study on the book of 1 John. We're in chapter 2, in a very interesting section, where he's giving comfort to the believers in verses 11 to 14, after telling them some criteria to assess themselves, to give them confidence of their salvation, or perhaps to tell them that they should come to faith, as well as others. And those assessments are those who live the Christian life in obedience and out of faith, and do this persistently, recognizing, of course, that we may sin occasionally. We all do. But our lives are characterized by obedience and a desire to be obedient and loving your brothers and sisters in Christ. These are the believers. So he goes, I'm confident in you that you have received Christ, and trying to give them comfort, not to worry, because again, the theme of the book of 1 John from 5:13 is to know that you have salvation. But I think also at the same time, he's trying to jostle and make people think for maybe those in the congregation that really haven't received Christ. And those are called tares, and as Christ promised them that they would be in the church from Matthew 13, and they exist today in the church as well. So he then turns from the comfort verses to 15, saying, don't love the world, can't love other people if you're loving the world. So it continues this theme of practically how do we love other people. And then today we start in verse 16, very interesting verse, about classifying sin. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. So those passions that we have come from the world and not from God. He says there's three basic types. I don't know of a type of sin that would not fit under any of these three. Maybe you can think of some. I can't. I've tried with my dear wife Jeanette as well, who's so godly, and we can't yet think of one that doesn't fall in one of these three categories. So the lust of the eyes, that of course could be sexual, or any emotional passion that you might be adhered to. The lust of the eyes, wanting something material, and whether it's a new home, a new car, jewelry, something that you would want, again, above God, from verse 15, or the pride of life, otherwise honoring yourself, glory, whether it's showing off riches, a job title, that again, you have a lust or a passion that is above what your love for God, and that you desire these things above God. And again, verse 15 says, if you adhere to these things of the earth, you can't love other people. So he's sort of trying to help people identify where their passions may be when they go astray. Interestingly, these three categories seem to adhere to the temptation of Christ in the desert by Satan, where the lust of the eyes correspond to the desire for bread and hunger, the pride of life from casting himself off to the top of the temple, which Satan wanted them to do, to have the angels save him. So it was a showcase of his power over God to make him do what Christ wanted him to do, or the pride of life, where Satan promised Christ all the kingdoms of the world without having to go through the death, the terrible death he suffered for us, if he would worship him, Satan. And of course, Christ said no. So Christ, as our priest, our great high priest, Hebrews 4:14 to 16, has been tempted in every way that we are. And so he knows our trials. He is holy. He can help us to also withstand these three types of temptation. Okay, thanks for joining me today. And we'll continue on this amazing chapter next time. I hope they're a help to you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye for now.